Welcome back. You are tuned in to IBL, inspired by Onika, speaking on life and inspiring people. Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 34 of the IBO podcast. And today, this is number 9 of the Get You Laugh On series. The title for today is Say That Again. So today's episode, Say That Again, is about all those overused phrases and sayings that we use and that you hear just everywhere you go. No matter if you're in the grocery store or if you're on the phone with a friend, social media, on TV, just everywhere you hear these overused sayings. And it's like there are so many other things that we can say, so many other phrases that we can use. So one of them that I've been hearing for years, and when I say years, I'm talking about 10 years, is wrap my head around it. What do you mean? What does that mean? Wrap your head around it. First of all, that's physically impossible to wrap your head around anything. Unless, of course, you're Gina from Martin when she got her head stuck in the headboard. Now, y'all remember that. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, what does it mean? Wrap your head around it. It just basically means that you're trying to process something. You want to come to terms with it. So some other things we can say is, okay, let me get used to the idea. Let me deal with the fact. Let me come to grips with it. Let me just process the information I just received. So those are some other things we can say. But we try to make it sound all, cryptic, or we try to put another spin on it for whatever reason. But anyway, so that's one of them. And like I said, I remember at least about 10 years ago, people were using this phrase. But and the next one I'm going to get into is change the narrative. So that one, that's a current one too, that's still going on. And, that one I hear a lot on social media, change the narrative. So what does that mean? Change the narrative. It just means maybe you want to change the outcome, maybe change the history, or we can say, instead of change the narrative, we can say, how can we reframe the conversation? How can we rewrite history, maybe? I don't know. But change the narrative, that's so overused. And, full disclosure, I've used it myself a couple of times. But change the narrative, I don't know. That's when I hear a lot. Okay. And then we have one, it is what it is. Now, I know everyone's heard that. And that one it's a little sarcastic in a way, because it's kind of like, oh, well, just deal with it. What you want me to do. It is what it is. So some other things or other ways we can say that is, that's just the nature of things. It's out of my hands. That's the way things are. These are the facts. I don't know, but it is what it is. It's just kind of cut and dry. There's no negotiation. This is it. That's all it's about. So another one is at the end of the day. What does that mean at the end of the day? What's going to happen at the end of the day? Is there going to be a fight after school? Are we going to shut down after work? Like, what does that mean? What's going to happen at the end of the day? So, maybe we can say something like, ultimately, or in the long run, maybe finally, or sooner rather than later. But at the end of the day, like, what does that mean? It's like, what are you waiting for to happen at the end of the day? So, but anyway, so the next one is say less. So if someone comes to you with a proposition or an idea, or they're asking for your help with something, and, say less is just like, I agree, or, you're just saying yes to whatever it is they're proposing to you. So instead of say less, we could just say, I agree. I got you. No need to explain. It's like, okay, I got you. I understand. Yes, I agree. But it's say less. So, another one is, like if someone is really passionate, they're really into something, and they're either giving a speech or preaching a sermon, and they're really into it, they're passionate, they're hitting on all the good points. So you might say, oh, they cooking. What? What does that mean? What are they cooking? They in the back in the kitchen making a meal. We don't know about it. Like, what do you mean they cooking? So that's another one that I'm hearing a lot. And it's like, why do we say they cooking? It has nothing to do with the context of anything. They cooking. That just means, they hitting all the points. They making some good points. They really into it. They're passionate. They're lively about what it is they're talking about. So I don't know how we get they cooking, associated with that, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way. And another one that's been going on for, I don't know, probably about 10 years. Whenever you want to say, I'm keeping it real, I'm being honest, instead of that, we say, keep it 100, keep it 100, or keep it a buck. And the more recent one, keep it a stack. What? So now we're adding percents and money and all this other stuff. But why? Let's just say, let me be honest. Let me keep it real with you. Let me be frank, if you want to put it the proper way. But we just always have to add some other kind of saying. It's like this cryptic language, and it's slang too, but these phrases and sayings, they come and go, and I know there'll be some new ones coming up, but there's plenty more where these came from. So anyway, those are the sayings and phrases that are overused, and there's a lot more. So leave a comment. Let me know some others that you hear all the time and which ones you feel like are overused. And if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, share with a friend. Also, like I said, leave a comment. Let me know which phrases you think we use too much or too often, and we just need to change them. So that is the episode today. This is episode 34, number 9 in the Get Your Laugh On series, and the title is Say That Again. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I'll be back with more episodes, and you can hear this and all episodes on the Podbean app, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts on Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. So again, thank you for listening, and until next time, stay well and be blessed. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the IBO podcast. You can hear this and all episodes on the Podbean app, YouTube, and Spotify. Until next time, stay well and be blessed.